What's up, Commanders fans? Welcome back to Commanders HQ, where we're always bringing you the freshest updates straight from DC. As always, our team is working hard every day to improve, fine-tune this roster, and build something special for the future. It's all about getting better, bringing in the right talent, and making sure this franchise is competing where it belongs, on the biggest stage. Before we dive into today's breaking news, you already know what to do. Smash that like button if you're excited about the direction this team is heading, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a beat on the burgundy and gold. Now, let's talk about a move that could change everything for this defense. So, here's what we're hearing, and Commanders fans, you'll want to stay with me on this one. Trey Hendrickson, the Pro Bowl pass rusher from the Cincinnati Bengals, could be on the move. And guess who's in the mix? Your Washington Commanders. Yeah, you heard that right. Now, to set the scene, Hendrickson has reportedly asked for a contract extension, and it's a big one. Word is, he wants $30 million per year, and Cincinnati, they're not biting. In fact, they may be willing to trade him. The Bengals are rumored to be seeking a second-round pick in return. That's it. Not 2 firsts. Not a massive haul. Just a second-rounder for one of the most consistent edge rushers in the league. And let me tell you, this is the kind of move Adam Peters was born to make. Let's break it down. Hendrickson is a sack machine. He's averaged double-digit sacks in each of the past 4 seasons. Just 2 years ago, he posted 17.5 sacks. And even last season, he was causing havoc off the edge. Now let's look at the Commanders. We've got a rising star quarterback in Jayden Daniels. We've already traded for Deebo Samuel to give him weapons. We've secured Laramie Tunsil, one of the best left tackles in the game, to protect him. So what's missing? That game-wrecking presence on defense. The guy who makes the opposing quarterback nervous before the ball is even snapped. After losing Dante Fowler Jr. to the Cowboys, who led the team with 10.5 sacks last year, Washington has a clear need for help off the edge. Enter Trey Hendrickson. This isn't just about plugging a hole. It's about turning a solid defense into a fearsome unit. Dan Quinn is a defensive-minded head coach. Joe Witt Jr. is a sharp coordinator who knows how to maximize edge talent. Pairing Hendrickson with a group that includes young studs and smart veterans would give this defense real teeth. Imagine a defensive line anchored by Hendrickson and Jonathan Allen. With Dan Quinn dialing up the heat on third down? That's how you get off the field. That's how you steal momentum. That's how you win playoff games. And let's not ignore the timing here. Jayden Daniels is on a rookie contract, and that's a massive advantage. The Commanders have a rare window to load up the roster, while their franchise quarterback is on a cap-friendly deal. This is how the Eagles built around Jalen Hurts. It's how the Bengals themselves got to the Super Bowl with Joe Burrow. It's how you win in today's NFL. So yeah, $30 million might sound like a lot until you realize you've got your QB on a budget for the next 4 years. Hendrickson could be that final Super Bowl caliber piece. Now, according to the 33rd team, there are a few franchises kicking the tires here. The Patriots, the Cardinals, and the Panthers. Let's be honest, none of those teams are built to win now. The Commanders? We're trending up. We've got leadership, we've got momentum. And most importantly, we've got a plan. If Cincy's truly willing to part with Hendrickson for a second rounder, it's a no-brainer. Especially if Adam Peters can negotiate a bit and sweeten the deal with a player or late-round pick. Let the other teams hesitate. We say go for it. Now, while everyone's focused on edge rushers, don't forget, Peters and the Commanders front office are also eyeing cornerbacks in this week's NFL draft. They've reportedly built a perimeter corner big board, and it's looking deep. Here's a quick look at the names on their radar. 1. Will Johnson, Michigan 2. Trey Amos, Ole Miss 3. Darian Porter, Iowa State 4. Azareyev Thomas, Florida State 5. Shaven Revel, East Carolina 6. Noel Williams. Cal 7, Za Frazier, Otesanao. Will Johnson is considered a top 15 talent, but if he slips, Washington could pounce. He's a big, zone-heavy corner who could thrive under Quinn's system if the coaching staff believes they can bring out the aggression in his game. But if the Commanders want a more direct scheme fit, Trey Amos is the guy. He's physical, tough, and plays with the kind of edge this team wants on the boundary. Then there's Darian Porter, who might be the most athletic of the group. 6'3", 195 pounds, and he ran a 4.340. That's rare speed at that size. He's still raw, but the upside is through the roof. So while Hendrickson might be the splashy headline, don't be surprised if Washington grabs one of these corners during the draft. Because to truly compete in today's pass-heavy league, you've got to rush the quarterback and cover his receivers. Now, we all know General Manager Adam Peters has been cooking this offseason. He's been in his bag, bringing in elite talents, like Deebo Samuel and Laramie Tunsil, to support our young phenom quarterback Jaden Daniels. But here's the catch. Those moves cost us some valuable draft capital. Washington enters the 2025 NFL Draft with just 5 picks. That's it. Just 5. Shots to land more impact players. And while the roster looks solid, Peters isn't the type to sit still. Word is, he's looking to make moves once that draft clock starts ticking. And now, we've got a new wrinkle. An insider report from ESPN's Adam Schefter might have just opened up the perfect door for the Commanders to strike again. This time, by flipping the number 29 pick for even more value. According to Schefter, the New Orleans Saints are actively calling teams about trading up in the second round, and maybe even into the late first, all with one player in mind. Ole Miss quarterback, Jackson Dart. Yep. The Saints are eyeing Dart as a potential long-term solution under center. Why? Well, their current QB situation is shaky at best. Derek Carr is dealing with a shoulder injury that might keep him out for the entire 2025 season. The backups? Let's just say confidence isn't sky high in the Big Easy right now. So what's the play? The Saints hold pick number 40 in round 2, but they want to get higher. They want a crack at Dart and the added bonus of that first round. 5th-year option that only comes by getting into the top 32, and who's sitting right there at number 29? Your Washington Commanders. Here's the chessboard, Commanders fans. Adam Peters is working with limited ammo. 5 picks is not a lot, especially with how deep this 2025 draft class is shaping up to be in key positions like cornerback, edge rusher, and offensive line depth. By trading down, especially just 11 spots, Peters could recoup 1 or 2 extra mid-round selections. And that's where championship rosters are built, in the 3rd and 4th rounds. And guess what? The Saints have exactly what we'd want. According to Schefter, New Orleans holds 2 third-rounders and 2 fourth-rounders. That's real value. And that's the kind of package that could give Peters the flexibility he needs to reload this roster without giving up on elite talent altogether. Let's say the Commanders move from 29 to 40 and get a 3rd and a 4th. In return, that's a win. That gives Washington 3 picks between rounds 3 and 4, on top of still owning their 2nd rounder at 52. Okay, let's keep it real. Moving down comes with a cost. At 29, Washington is in striking distance for high upside. Defenders, especially at edge and cornerback, 2 major areas of need. Guys like Trey Amos, Darian Porter, or even late-falling studs like Kyman Rucker could be on the board. If Peters and Dan Quinn have a can't-miss guy in their crosshairs, they might stand pat and pull the trigger. But here's where it gets interesting. This class is deep, especially at positions Washington is targeting. Even at pick 40, names like Porter, Azariah Thomas, or even a fast-rising safety like Malachi Starks, if he slips, could be there for the taking. It all depends on who's still on the board. This is where the drama ramps up. The draft will start with heavy attention on quarterback Shedeur Sanders. Once he comes off the board, which could happen anywhere from the teens to the mid-20s, expect panic to set in for teams still QB hungry. That means teams like the Saints, Cardinals, Raiders, or even the Patriots might start calling around. Jackson. Dart, Jalen Milroe, and Tyler Show are the next tier of QBs, and they're all projects with major upside. If 2 QBs go right before pick 29, and Dart is still there, teams are gonna come knocking. That's when Peters will have the most leverage. What could a trade look like? Let's throw out a realistic scenario. Commanders trade, pick number 29. Saints trade, pick number 40, pick number 71, round 3. Pick number 108, round 4. Boom. That's 3 extra chances to hit on contributors without sacrificing. The opportunity to draft a potential starter at 40. You turn 5 total picks into 7. With more flexibility and ammo to maybe trade back up later if the board breaks your way. That's smart roster building. That's Adam Peters being who we thought he was. So let's wrap this up, Commanders fans. You've got a front office that's locked in, a new regime that's not afraid to make bold moves, a quarterback with superstar potential, and now a real chance to add a proven pass rusher who could transform this defense overnight. Trey Hendrickson to DC. It's not just a rumor, it's an opportunity. Now I want to hear from you. Jump into those comments and tell me, should the Commanders trade for Trey Hendrickson? Would you give up a second-round pick to bring in a proven sack artist? And who's your favorite cornerback target in the draft? Let's get the conversation going, because this offseason is far from over, and the best might be yet to come. Before you go, drop a like, hit that subscribe button, and turn on notifications so you never miss a moment. We're building something special here on Commanders HQ, and we're just getting started. Until next time, HTTC.